how does a man know when they found the one? And I put the one in quotes, basically. If they lost her, do they take dating the same? So it's a two-part question. How does a man find, or how does a man know that they found the one? And then if they did lose her, is dating the same?
Yes.
Go ahead, Chris.
I mean, there is no one. And if we lose her, on to the next one.
Okay. Simply put. What do you think?
All right. Controversial take here, but I agree with Chris. I don't think there's the one, and I'll tell you why before you guys get angry at me and say that's
How dare you?
The things that men look for in women are very easy to find. I know you guys are like, what the fuck are you talking about? Well, just be quiet. Don't be a pain in the ass. Don't be a whore. Don't yell. Don't be annoying. Don't embarrass me in front of my friends. Like, men are very simple in what we want, and a lot of girls can fulfill this, you know? So for us, if you meet one girl, right, and she has these traits, etc., but something happens, you can find another girl that has these traits because men aren't as picky as women are. You guys are, I'm assuming all of you ladies here at the panel are fairly picky, correct? So for y'all, there's a one, but for us, there's not.
That's into this.
Does that make sense?
That's into
Like it's very simple. The more selective you are, the more important it is for you to find the one. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. But do you believe that? Say you can move on quickly as males, that's normal. But is there a female that you still like ponder over, like think about for sex, or do you miss their company, their presence?
I think that's on the guy. I think a masculine trait as a man is being able to be indifferent to women.
You can still miss someone rather than it's just you miss the sex, you know?
Of course, but like this is where as a man you got to be, it's actually one of the most attractive things that women find as a man is you have to learn how to be indifferent. Like you learn how where you're going to be the same guy whether that girl stays with you or not. And I think that's what women find the most attractive is like, damn, I can't take this guy off his fucking rock. Like if I leave, he's going to keep doing what he's doing. If I stay, he's going to keep doing what he's doing.
Okay, so what makes you think the girl's going to be different when the guy stays with her, whether or not he's with her or not?
That's the point. That's what I'm trying to show here is that women are fairly replaceable and common.
Okay, so
misogyny.
It's turn it around. What if you're replaceable just as much?
Only reason they can say that because women tend to be more closed.
You just said you're selective, right?
Moving on.
I mean, the same aspects you brought about were just as selective.
Are you picky with men?
Just as much as a guy is.
No, you're not. No, not at all.
Men aren't picky.
I
They
mean,
don't go for
not
anything.
If anything, I think a woman is less pickier than a guy is.
No,
in my own
opposite.
opinion. For sure.
You're tripping.
I don't agree with
For
that.
sure.
Opposite for sure.
I mean, unless you're trying to plow, like that's different.
A guy will be quicker to do a one-night stand than a female. So they'll go for anything.
Even the girls here are disagreeing with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
You do realize that even like the most selected. I mean, okay. Let's use your profession for example. How do you think you're able to make money as a bartender and being on OnlyFans if men are selective?
Well, I think guys just don't really give a fuck.
Oh.
So then your argument is done then.
And I think us as women don't really give a fuck either. I'm
Oh,
not
really?
saying
When's the last
that.
time you paid for a pornography subscription?
Ooh.
You triggered my
The answer is never. The answer is never, and it's because hold on, and that's not to shit on you. That's to say that you are selective. You're not going to pay for male porn for what? You don't need to.
Correct.
That's my point. Women are selective.
All right.
So since you are selective, by definition, that means you are looking for the one because you are selective. Us, on the other hand, you know, most guys like, you know, cook, clean, don't be a pain in the ass, be attractive.
I get that.
Many women can replicate that.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, let's say we go to a
sense.
bar, right? And I'm walking in, you're walking in, separately, of course. There's guys there, girls there. Let's say I walk in there, girls are hot. I might hit all of them. You walk in there, guys are there, they might be hot, but some might be ugly. Who are you going to pick? You're going to be, what? Selective for it because you don't want to fight every guy in there, right?
Correct. But, all right, never
Guys are
mind.
I'm just saying, though.
predators.
I'm
It's
just
just in your
saying.
nature.
Hey, we'll make it
To be
simple.
honest.
Let's say you got 10 guys that are all attractive, etc., and they check all your boxes, right? Let's say I got 10 girls that are my type, hot, whatever.
Okay.
You're going to pick the top guy. I'm going to pick the top 5 girls. See the
Right,
difference?
because you're just horny and we're not.
That's the point.
But that's the point.
That's the point, though.
They're predators.
You are more selective than us. It's built in your biology. How
Right,
many
but
kids?
what if we're just as horny?
That's irrelevant
It's
because when women are horny, I'll tell you why it's irrelevant. When women are horny, they want to have sex with the guy that they're attracted to, that one guy,
Yeah,
and they want to
okay.
continue to have that sexual bond with that one guy. It doesn't matter how attracted I am to you, I'm still gonna want new.
So you're telling
That's
me
the difference.
So you're telling me you fuck every girl that you meet?
Absolutely not.
There you
But
go.
you're saying you fuck every girl that you meet?
Almost.
Yeah.
realize, hold on, matter of fact, hold on.
Okay, now,
Interesting.
now the
Kidding,
conversation
kidding, kidding.
changed.
Someone gave me an interesting statistic. Something like some staggering majority of OnlyFans subscribers are married men. Did you know that?
Yeah.
What does that
Not
prove?
necessarily.
But a majority are. What does that prove?
The guys are just horny.
They're dogs.
They want, but hold on, horny in what way?
They're just down to.
No, they're
get it
horny.
going.
They're horny. You're missing the point. For variety.
Oh, for anything.
Variety is the
Not
key.
necessarily variety. They're anything.
Different girls.
Okay.
Versus
yes.
when women are horny, it's like I want to fuck my man. With men, it's like I want to fuck a new
Okay.
girl.
Right.
So anyway,
You got it now.
Yeah, understandable.
no, for real.
Very understandable.
What were you saying?
someone
No,
trying to say something.
I was just gonna answer the question. Like I was gonna say, yeah, they want somebody else, but he already said it. So.
But you know that again correlates with her 8-year relationship because maybe that was some people mindsets rather than moving on. Some people are afraid to move on. They rather stay with the same person that they're still doing intercourse and feelings and everything with, and they bypass the red signs just to stay with that same body, basically.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's comfortability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's why like girls have exes and they never leave because
Yeah.
they know if
Type
my
shit.
new guy messes up, I go back to my ex. There's no
And
body
it's
that I'm
like,
losing.
damn, I'm gonna go to the next person so they could F up when the last person probably didn't do as much. So your comfortability is with that last person rather than a
You
male.
just don't want new bodies. That's what it really
rather
is.
than a male who don't give a fuck. Yeah, because it's
Yeah,
like,
nigga, you don't
what's
want
the
the bodies.
point? Like, as a female, I be thinking like, what's the point? I'm finna let you for what? For
but,
what?
But imagine,
But not all
But
females.
imagine a guy now. That's scary because now, if you have multiple exes, I don't know who you go back to.
Yeah.
We might get an argument. Hey, you know what? Fuck this nigga, man. I'm going over here. So you
Spend 2 days and come back smiling.
yeah, you never know. You never know, man.
I'll go a step further. She's from the United Kingdom. The United Kingdom is a very westernized, feminized country, just like the United States and all the other English-speaking countries. Women are indoctrinated to think that it's okay to be a provider. It's okay to be a leader. It's okay to be a power couple and all this other bullshit that we lie to women. And she, like, I think a part of it, and you can please correct me if I'm wrong here. A little bit of his like feminism and indoctrination to let you think that like it's okay and it's appropriate for you to be a breadwinner in your relationship. And I think that's a big lie that feminism tells women is that it's okay to be a provider. I think that's a fucking problem.
Absolutely. Like the culture difference from England to the United States was fucking unreal. Like when I came here for the first time last year, I was fucking blown away. That
By
a gu-
BBC?
Huh?
Yeah.
Like
She just said he's not black.
No, but
I
she
mean,
was,
but this before the nigga.
Okay.
Once you
no,
get
no, no.
married.
Like a guy opening a fucking car door for me. Like I was like, what the fuck? Like the difference between English guys and American guys. Huge.
Night and day.
Where were you at in
Fucking
the United
huge.
States particularly? Because it can be super liberal depending on where you're at. Where were you at in the United States where you saw the chivalry and it blew you away?
I did loads of states. I did Miami. I did New York. I did Virginia. I
Okay.
did Washington.
Okay, so the chivalry, where was the chivalry most prominent at? Here, Miami.
Yeah,
Okay,
predominantly Florida. Yeah.
it was in Florida.
Yeah.
Okay, and Florida's
The South.
it's a red state. It's the South.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Miami, I would say, still somewhat like we understand men and women are different here, right? Like the women are a bit more feminine here than other places, and the men tend to be more
But
Latino.
also the women blew me away as well. Like the expectations that women have from men. Holy fucking shit.
Yeah.
Like
It's tough.
yeah.
that blew me away. Like I actually went on a date like the first time I came here, and he was like, a millionaire, picked me up in a flash car. I was like, yo, what the fuck is
So-
this? Like, and he
It's a
took-
movie.
Did
yeah,
you smash?
for real.
First date?
For real.
Chris.
And
You smashed?
he took me out. No, we don't do that.
Oh, okay.
He took me out. He paid for me a meal. He bought me drinks, and then we went to the bar. And I bought him a drink, and he was like, "What the fuck?" He was like,
He was offended.
"I've never had a bitch ever
A bitch?
fucking
Wait.
offered
Wait,
to pay for me a
he called you a
drink."
bitch?
No, but like a female, like he's never been out with
Yeah.
a woman
Yeah.
who's bought him a drink, and I was like, "What the fuck?" Like,
You know,
that's
if I
wild.
didn't go to London all those times in the UK in general, I would have been like, "You're fucking crazy." But dude, they're super woke over there.
Yeah, very.
You guys are very woke over there. You guys don't even have free speech.
And I
It's wild.
guarantee you, with that guy that for 8 years, You didn't think you could do any better?
Huh?
Like 8 years ago, right? The guy that you were with.
Oh yeah, I was completely like blindsided. Like
Yeah,
I
she
thought
couldn't
that
see
was
anybody
my
else at
life.
all.
Like
The concept of a guy being chivalrous wasn't even a thing, right?
Yeah, I was in a bubble, like a complete bubble. Like
Bro, she smashed, bro.
England was like a Springfield dome. Like
Yeah.
I needed to break out and break
Yeah,
free.
I'm not gonna hold you. UK is depressing as fuck, bro.
Oh my god.
UK is depressing, bro.
Absolutely.
Cannot live there.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
The man them is
But
going
yeah,
down.
I think a big part of you sitting around for 8 years is obviously, comfort, you know each other, etc. That's, of course, very important. But I think another big thing that is kind of like the silent killer that no one talks about is like in the West, we have this prevailing feminism that tells women, you can do it, be strong, you can be equal to your man, you can be a leader too, you could be a boss babe. And I think that's actually very to women. It sets them up for long-term failure.
Yeah.
Because I think if you had like known this earlier, like let's say I had met you 8 years ago and I told you you're an idiot. What are you doing with this fucking brokey? You're paying all the bills. What the fuck are you doing? Might have changed your mindset and you're like, what the fuck am I doing? And then you leave them, you get in your prime years and you might meet another guy. Who knows?
Yeah.
Of course it's like a whole other universe, but there might be a girl watching this right now that's in a relationship with a guy like that where she's paying the bills or he's a fucking bum, he's smoking weed every fucking day and everything else like that. So, I mean, we're real, people know us for like criticizing women on this podcast, but we actually criticize men a lot too. I tell guys all the time, like, you're only as useful as what you provide as a man. Like, you can't make it through life off of your looks. You can't make an OnlyFans at 18 and make a bunch of money or be a bartender and rely on your looks. Like, we would never be able to be a bottle dude. That's not happening. Or a bartender. Like, we just don't have certain avenues open to us to make money based off of our youth and our beauty. It just doesn't happen. We make money off of our competence. That's how it is.
Yeah, thank
So,
God.
yeah.
I'll be in trouble. All right, we got one more here.